So hello again to my channel, and so welcome to my channel. Sorry. So in this video, talking about blah 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 and other things, I was starting to share with you a dream that I had maybe quite 7 years ago. So it's a bit a struggle of mine with this video, so I decided to share with you the dream, and I will help myself with images in order that you can understand. Now, after I dreamed this dream, I felt quite badly for a while, and one time I shared this dream with somebody who pretend to unlock dreams and so on. So this person told me that the conclusion of this dream was that I will burn in a lake of fire. So nevertheless, I don't know if is this the conclusion or not, so I will share with you the dream that I had. So in my dream, I was kind in a castle, but the mountain was higher, more higher, okay, and I was not, the castle was little, not so big, at least at my point of view. So I was like in a castle, but the mountain was huge, and the castle was on the peak of the mountain. I was very old, but inside me, not quite outside. Okay, it's when like you feel you are feeling that you are very old, but in reality your body it's not quite so old. Okay, I was dressed in this kind of a dress, in a white garment, very similar with this, completely white, and to my feet, and my head was covered, and the headdress that I had could be tied to the back of my head, and was so long that was kind of like that. This type of garment, it's very similar with what I wear in my dream. Okay, so I was outside like that, dressed like that, but I was on the peak of some high mountain, and I could watch on the valley all the houses and people, and there was kind of a green valley, and suddenly on the sky appeared an image of a woman, a big face, that covered all the sky, and this woman was like this. Okay, when I saw a few years ago this image, I was quite shocked. So with this typical blue kind of things of the makeup, in this case is his hair is red, but in my dream was like that. The sky was blue, and on the sky projected was this huge face of this woman. This is not a woman, it's a man, a drag. Okay, and the hair was blonde, very blonde. Okay, and with this huge makeup and blue eyes. So this huge face that was projected on the sky started to talk and to call for all the women, mothers specifically, to go to the valley. So the image was like that, like in the back here, and the face was calling all the people and children that were playing outside to go toward that part where this big face was talking. And I was like that, and I could see everything. Now my child was playing with other children outside, and the children said to him, come, we'll go there, we'll descend there, we'll play on that valley. And my child started to go with them. When I saw, I don't trust that face, that big face. So I called back my child and I told him, come back, you don't have to go to play with them. Come, we will set apart. And my child was not perfectly happy with that, but he was obeying me with maternal, so to speak, love. And so we go inside the castle, and the castle was like a little room. The entrance, if you could enter there, would be a room, a little room, and in the room was like a bench, just a bench. So I said to my child, go and sit there on the bench, then I will be back to you. So he sit on the bench, and I go outside, and because I wanted to watch what will happen with all those, women that will bring their children to the big face. And so as soon they brought their children to this face, okay, this face woman, okay, started to like that, and said, my children, these are my children, are my babies, are my children. And the women, the mothers that bring their child there, seemed that could not hear that she was stolen their children, and seemed that even don't care about. So suddenly she watched toward me like that, and she knew that I didn't let my child to go with them. So she started to mock me, and she started to talk to the other mothers and laugh about me, saying, haha, look at that woman, she had no child, she's sterile, she could not have children, she doesn't have children. And she continued, haha, and all the mothers stopped to talk to one to another, turned around her, and they just watched me and toward the mountain and saw me. And as I told you, I seemed like very old, and so they start to laugh on me, and haha, yeah, it's true, she's so old, look at she, and things like that. And I get anger with this big mouth face, and I said, stop it, you're a liar, I have children, I have many children, but I don't want that my child go there with you. You are stealing the babies of the stupid women, and they even don't observe that. And they start to laugh louder and louder and so on, and mock of me. And so in the end I got so angry with her, and I stepped one step forward, and I slapped. I give to her a face palm, a big face palm on that big face. Bang! When I did that, she just closed her mouth straight like that, and she freezed, and she would continue watch at me without saying not even a word, with these stupefied two blue eyes. And I was so much angry, and I couldn't bear it anymore. So I turned around and I entered into the castle, and in that little room, and to be back with my baby, with my child. But my child now was not anymore my child. Was like that, was burning, fiery human, like coals in the fire, and was just sitting there. He was alive, not dead, was alive, but you could not touch him, you could not seem like in a position of meditation position. And I was horrified, and I was more angry than before, because just as this woman mocked me, and I tried to save my child, and I was sure that my child is in the castle there, in the room, and in a safe place, and then I find my child in this situation. He was not suffering. He was like in a meditate state, but was like burning coils, like exactly like that, the face and everything. And so I just, fell to my knees in that little room, and I start to pray the Almighty to give me back my baby, my child. So this is how my dream ended, because I was in that little room with that bench, and in the middle of the bench was sitting my child. That was a torch, firing torch man, and was not suffering, was not bad, it seemed okay, but wasn't like in a meditate, when you meditate, state. And that's it. So then I woke up, and from there on I sometimes think at this strange dream, and this I don't know if in my dream was a drag, but when I saw this image, was for me quite shocking, because it was so similar to what I saw there, and I did not understand why, was like she knew this big face, she knew that I have child, but she mocked me. So I don't know if it's so strange. Maybe my videos, I'm saying how we are descending from the mount of pituitary gland and so on, and who we are. Maybe that is the new earth that will come, and I will be kind of old, and I will remember what they done to this earth, and how life was